This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, a group of Sarasota County teachers protesting earlier this evening ahead of tonight's school board meeting, saying they're upset over the pay and raises that teachers receive compared to that of the superintendent. ABC7's Rick Adams has more on what both sides have to say.
Well, it certainly has calmed down here at the Sarasota County School District. Hundreds of protesters, most of them teachers, were out here having their voices heard. They lined Tamiami Trail in front of the school district headquarters in Sarasota for as far as the eye could see. Teachers, aides, and other employees of the Sarasota County School District were protesting what they say is some of the lowest salaries in the country for teachers and other school employees.
We're not paid enough, but the idea that we will just lay down and accept whatever the board decides to give us is not who we are.
Currently, teacher salaries in Sarasota County range from $44,000 to $64,000 a year or less, depending on the school and the level of experience. Many teachers say the cost of living continues to go up and salaries are staying the same with very little raises.
If we are going to have an increase of under 1.5%, which is below the cost of living, that is underpaid right there.
Superintendent Todd Bowden's salary is $185,000 a year with an additional $15,000 a year of performance pay when goals are met. He tells us Sarasota County has some of the highest paid teachers in the state of Florida. A lot of the protesters are upset with the potential raise the superintendent most likely will be receiving, while they say the teachers' raises are very small.
The offer that we have on the table is a 3% raise for teachers. I believe the sticking point is how that money is distributed. We believe that that money should go to our highly effective teachers.
Although the protest was peaceful, those who participated are hoping they are being heard loud and clear.
It's time for our school board and our new superintendent to know our people need to be compensated better or they're not going to have any employees in Sarasota County.
At this time, it's not known if and when this issue of pay and raises will be discussed at a future school board meeting. Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick. Last week, we reminded you that January is Move Over Awareness Month, reminding drivers if an emergency vehicle's lights are on to slow down or move to the side of the road. However, one woman was not listening and it led to her arrest. Taylor Bennett was driving on I-75 South in Northport and failed to move over or slow down despite emergency lights being on. Bennett was driving with an Indiana learner's permit and was cited for failing to move over in violation of her learner's permit. Deputies then searched her car and found more than $1,700 in cash and 200 grams of marijuana. She was arrested and remains in custody on a $1,500 bond. A man wanted for an armed kidnapping that happened in August is now in custody. Northport police say Aaron Gaynor was wanted for kidnapping, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as well as numerous charges from a home invasion robbery in North Carolina. Police say that the victims who are known to Gaynor are all accounted for and okay. Gaynor was captured by U.S. Marshals last week and is now in custody. And an arrest has been made in a Manatee County home invasion robbery that happened last June. 20-year-old Joseph Capozzi is the second person arrested in connection with the drug-related home invasion in Lakewood Ranch. Capozzi was arrested in North Carolina and is charged with home invasion robbery. 3 more suspects are still on the run. And tonight, a woman is behind bars for leading a high-speed chase that stretched through 2 states, and she happens to be a St. Petersburg resident. The 19-year-old woman started the chase on I-75 yesterday. It stretched from Tift County, Georgia, across state lines to Hamilton County in north central Florida. Sheriff's deputies say the car was driving at 130 miles per hour, driving in both north and southbound lanes. The chase lasted for about 25 minutes and stretched more than 30 miles. Police say the suspect eventually pulled over and was then taken into custody. Sienna Janae Princess Allen of St. Petersburg was charged with aggravated felony fleeing and eluding by the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. Charges from the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office in Georgia are still pending. Well, let's get a check on our weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob, how is it looking for us tonight?
Thanks, Jacqueline. Right now we're watching some rain on the East Coast and rain to our south, and we have Some fog forming now. That fog is starting to develop across the area, and we are looking for the potential for that to thicken up across the region now. We are seeing some storms off in the Gulf, too, and those associated with that weak area of low pressure, which continues to fill and drift off to the east. It looks as though that low pressure area will continue to move off to the east and weaken in time. Now, no rain over the area at this point. We aren't anticipating any rainfall either as a result, again, of looks like basically high pressure at the surface. Now, if you hadn't heard about it, there has been an earthquake down in the western Caribbean Sea, and our Titan radar system and WSI system able to pinpoint exactly where that occurred to the southwest. Again, southwest of the Cayman Islands. A strong one, too. 7.6, having some camera difficulties right now, so you're not able to see me. But nonetheless, there's that fog. You can see it's starting to develop and roll in from the east to the west. Now, this is the wind and fog forecast. We are calling for it to thicken up along the coast and out over the coastal waters, so it could be a concern for boaters and mariners tomorrow. Winds will be light, and it looks like that fog will start to burn up and move out by 10 o'clock, and then we should see generally fair skies throughout the remainder of the day on Wednesday. We'll have the complete forecast for you as to what the rest of the day is holding up for Wednesday, and talk about a cold front headed our way on Friday, which will bring us a much better chance for rain. Jacqueline?
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. We'll check back in with you shortly. The Trump administration says it will not allow oil drilling off the coast of Florida. Today, Florida waters were removed from White House plans to open previously protected parts of the Atlantic Ocean and eastern Gulf of Mexico to offshore oil and gas drilling. Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke credited Governor Rick Scott for that decision to remove Florida from the drilling proposal that was announced last Thursday. Scott thanked Zinke for hearing his concerns.
I'm appreciative that the Secretary came to Tallahassee to sit down and talk about it, and has committed that as a result of our interest in making sure that there's no drilling here, that Florida will be taken off the table.
Last week, Governor Scott issued a statement that opposed opening Florida waters beyond the nation's outer continental shelf. The initial drilling proposal was widely condemned by Florida politicians from both parties. And today marked the first day of the 2018 legislative session. On day one, Senate President Joe Negron and House Speaker Richard Corcoran both addressed their chambers about legislative priorities for the next 2 months. Negron reiterated the Senate will have zero tolerance for sexual harassment or misconduct against employees and visitors.
I want every Senate employee to hear me when I say that as your president, I am committed to ensuring that we all have a safe workplace environment to do the people's business.
Florida's 60-day legislative session runs through March 9th, and the only bill lawmakers are required to pass is a balanced budget that would take effect on July 1st. Stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, thousands of people in California ordered to evacuate. Why upcoming storms pose a major threat to that area. And how Dunkin' Donuts could make it harder for you to avoid cheating on your New Year's diet. We'll have more on those stories when we come back.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly one in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Well, we're starting to get back in the swing of things with the warmer weather, but from what you said, not for long.
Back and forth, it seems like we go.
Okay.
Looks like we will see some chillier weather again move in. I told it earlier, you know, that earthquake down in the Caribbean.
Right.
People are asking and wondering about the fact that will we see any kind of tsunami here? There haven't been any warnings officially that I've seen at this point. 7.6 is a pretty big earthquake, and I haven't seen that in a while down there just southwest, again, of the Cayman Islands. As far as our weather is concerned, well, it's been nice. This is a beautiful family at play right there. That's Jay Riley sending this in. This was from over the weekend. Some dolphins at play in the wake of their boat when they were out there. He said it's pretty cold, too. And if you're going to go boating, remember, even though the air temperature on the beaches and over land may be in the upper 70s, that water temperature is still into the upper 50s. And so you're out in the water. It's pretty much what it feels like there, out in the water upper 50s. Now, appreciate that photo. And then this one from... This was actually deemed the Golden Gulf. I think that's up near Palmetto. Dennis always sending some photos in there. Appreciate those. And weather headlines read like this. Warm through Friday. It's going to be nice. Mid-70s, upper 70s right through Friday. A cold front moves in, brings us a chance for showers come late Friday. And then look for a cooler weekend ahead. We get back into winter. Not extreme like we saw this past week, but it will be cold, noticeably colder. And you can see all this moisture kind of coming in from the Caribbean right now, and some heavier weather over Cuba. We're not expecting to see that here. There's an upper level low that's kind of spinning across the state and over the Caribbean. This is a surface low, which is weakening and dissipating at this time. Currently, clear skies, light winds, and temperature at 64, getting close to that dew point. I mentioned the fog at the top of the show there. We are looking at the possibility of some thick fog tomorrow morning. So people driving to work, taking the kids to school, be careful tomorrow morning. Kind of keep an eye on it. Meteorologist John Scalzi will have more coming up at the Sunrise program now, so keep tuned to that. 78 degrees, the high temperature today, well above average. Our average high at 71, the record 87 set back in 2013. And we did get quite a bit of rainfall after midnight, a 54/100ths of an inch reported at the Sarasota Braden Airport. Well, at the Braden Country Club is 65, 66 at Whitney Beach, and Lake Sarasota 66, the same at Laurel Oak, and pretty much a uniform temperature all up and down the coast. Whenever you see that uniform temperature, you know winds are calm. There's no real influence from the Gulf of Mexico, and looks like that fog will be thickening up from the inland areas toward the coast by sunrise. And some of that could get visibilities down to less than a quarter of a mile. There may be some rain to the north of us, too, throughout the night and tomorrow. We're not anticipating any rainfall here, though. That fog should burn off, say, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and it looks as though we'll see generally partly cloudy skies. The big story out west is this massive winter storm, which is causing all sorts of headaches out there. We'll have more on that in a little bit. And as far as current temperatures go, well, it's warmed up. In fact, some folks on my Facebook page are from Wisconsin, Nancy, and she's saying it's balmy there in parts of Wisconsin. Well, it is now, but things are going to change. A big cold front's going to sweep through over the weekend. Another one by midweek next week. Toronto, it's 30 degrees, and that seems like a big change, and it is. And look at these temperatures tomorrow. 49 in Chicago, 58 in St. Louis, 49 in Cleveland, and this was our high basically last week. So St. Louis will be enjoying that after an extreme week last week. But here it comes again. The Arctic blast is coming out of Canada, and it's going to stick around throughout next week, it looks like. For boaters tomorrow, not too bad except for the fog. Will be a problem. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a light chop in the bays and inland waters. As far as the forecast goes, here's what's happening. Fog in the morning, partly cloudy by midday, 78. See the 70s right through Friday. A good chance for showers later in the day on Friday, so keep that in mind. And that'll be in through Friday night, and looks like even into Saturday morning there's a slight chance for a few showers. Unfortunately for boaters, it looks like small craft advisories will be up on Saturday and maybe stretching to Sunday. It'll be cool too. Looks like chilly weather sticking around. The coldest day of the upcoming 7 will be on Sunday with a high of only 62 degrees and temperatures in the 40s to start things off on Sunday morning, Monday morning, and Tuesday morning. And get ready. It looks like we could see another blast of winter come Thursday of next week. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Okay, Bob, a little bit of a roller coaster ride there. Thank you. Tonight, the death toll is up to 13 in Southern California, where several inches of rain fell in areas charred by wildfires just weeks ago, causing flash flooding, debris flow, and mudslides. ABC's Danya Backus has the latest.
It's an all-out search for rescuers.
We have multiple reports of people trapped.
They're plowing through the walls of mud, standing on top of homes, and using search dogs, hoping to find those who are reported missing.
It's our worst fear coming to life for us right now, and our people are out there trying to do the best work they can and perform as many rescues as they possibly can.
The rain fell hard. Officials say 2 to 4 inches fell in less than 30 minutes in some areas, bearing down on the same parts of Southern California blackened by those devastating wildfires.
The only words I can really think of to describe what it looked like was it looked like a World War I battlefield.
And with nothing to hold the soil in place, debris and mud flows wreaked havoc, coming quickly in the middle of the night.
I woke up my wife and we just did not know what to do because we were just surrounded by mud.
So then I ran and jumped on the bed, and basically in seconds it was as high as the countertop inside the house.
The mud sweeping homes off their foundations, prompting rescues from the air and on the ground. Rescuers pulling a 14-year-old girl from the mud after she was trapped inside a home for hours. Cars stuck in mud.
Look at all that debris.
Intersections inundated with flood water. In Burbank, a debris basin partially collapsing.
There was a lot of water that rushed down this hillside.
Officials fear the number of people dead could rise. They say about 24 people are still unaccounted for and at least 25 have been injured. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In consumer news, the 2018 Consumer Electronics Show is happening this week in Las Vegas, where tech companies are showing off their newest products. Panasonic unveiled this concept SUV that could be the future of driverless cars. There's no steering wheel or pedals, just a comfortable space or cabin for chairs and display screens. Chairs can face different ways for passengers to focus on their own screens or maybe face together for business meetings. Panasonic also envisions a relax-style version of the vehicle with a 22-speaker surround system, along with side and ceiling screens for movies or music. And soon you may be able to enjoy a glass of wine without opening the bottle. Take a look at the Coravin Model 11 wine preservation opener that was also on display at the Consumer Electronics Show. It lets you pour a glass of wine while keeping the cork in place. The bottle stays sealed, which can preserve the remaining wine for years to come. And it comes with an app that pairs wines with your food and favorite activities. It should be available in the fall and will cost a well-preserved penny, just under $1,000. 2 former Google software engineers are suing the tech giant, alleging it discriminates against white people, conservatives, and men. One of those suing Google is James Damore. He's the senior software engineer who was fired by Google last summer after a controversial essay he wrote about the company's diversity policies went viral. That lawsuit alleges Google awarded bonuses to employees who criticized Damore, kept internal blacklists to prevent conservative employees from getting opportunities at the company, and failed to protect workers who supported President Trump. And Dunkin' Donuts is hatching a plan that could make it harder for you to avoid cheating on your diet. They want to open 9,000 new stores in the U.S., nearly doubling the number of stores currently open. The plan comes after the company announced last summer that it was slowing down expansions. It appears Dunkin's idea was to scale down and refine its concept to facilitate new growth. Dunkin' Brands CEO did not give a time frame for launching the new stores. Well, stay with us. Sports is coming up next.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
The classic film Singing in the Rain is coming to the Players Center in a live stage show opening January 17th. All the dances and all the songs you've come to know and love, all a part of our Wild Broadway series. Get your tickets now for this limited run by calling the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. You too can be singing in the rain.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Lightning back home after winning 3 of 5 games on the road. The first-place Bolts hosting Carolina in Tampa tonight. The game started with a power play for Carolina. Justin Williams with the pass down to Brock McGinn. He scores the goal to give the Hurricanes the early lead, beating the best goaltender in the league, Andrei Vasilevsky. Victor Hedman then rifles the shot for his 6th goal of the season, tying the game up for the home team. And then in the second period, Tyler Johnson sticks with the rebound and scores, giving the Lightning their first lead of the game. The Lightning kept it up, bringing home the win tonight, 5-4. At tonight's Sarasota County School Board meeting, sports teams in the area were recognized for their state championship victories. Some of those honored include the Venice football team, who beat Bartram Trail in the state championship last month, the Venice girls volleyball team, who won its 5th state title against Leon, Riverview boys swimming, who won their 4th straight state title, and a few members of Sarasota's boys cross country and track teams were also recognized for their wins as well. Former Buccaneers coach John Gruden officially introduced as the Raiders head coach this afternoon. Gruden was greeted by owner Mark Davis with a video of the highlights from his first tenure in Oakland. Gruden coached the Raiders from 1998 to 2001 before being traded to Tampa Bay. Mark Davis said he had been trying to bring Gruden back for 6 years, ever since taking over the franchise following his father's death, and the opportunity was finally right this year. The final college football poll of the season is out. Alabama taking the top spot, but not getting all of the first place votes. Georgia is in second, followed by Oklahoma, Clemson, and Ohio State at number 5. Unbeaten Central Florida finishing the season ranked 6th and getting 4 first place votes. Other Florida teams in the final rankings, Miami at number 13 and USF coming in at number 21. And Team USA will be dressed to the nines at this year's Winter Olympics. Nike unveiling the collection today. This is what U.S. Olympic and Paralympic athletes will wear during medal ceremonies at the 2018 Games. The 5-piece outfit is supposed to keep athletes warm and dry at the outdoor ceremonies. The ensemble includes 2 different jackets, pants, boots, and gloves. Team USA competes at the Winter Olympics in South Korea starting February 9th, and you can grab your own Nike Olympic gear on the company's website after January 15th. That's a look at sports. We'll have your winning lotto numbers when we come back.
It's time to go boating, but first, don't miss the 17th annual Charlotte County Boat Show, January 11th to the 14th at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Show admission is free and on-site parking is only $5. January 11th through the 14th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for more information.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
I'll be right back.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
It's time to go boating, but first, don't miss the 17th annual Charlotte County Boat Show, January 11th to the 14th at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Show admission is free and on-site parking is only $5. January 11th through the 14th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for more information.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, there was much more riding on Alabama's game against Georgia than a mere national college football championship. If the Crimson Tide were to win, Bradley Bozeman was going to propose to his girlfriend. And luckily, Bozeman got the storybook ending he was hoping for when Alabama won in overtime. And he dropped to one knee and proposed. As you can see, she looks pretty shocked from that. Good for them. Congratulations. What a way to win a national championship and get engaged all in one day.
Never forget that day. Obviously a great turnout there for them. We are looking at a kind of a different story tomorrow morning. We will see some fog around. I wanted to show you the weather headlines that read like this. Warm weather through Friday, and then rain late Friday as a cold front moves in. Cooler weekend ahead. The day planner looks like this as well. We'll see temperatures warming up again, mid-70s. There's a slight chance for a few showers. And, of course, meteorologist John Scalzi will have more on the fog possibility and problems on your commute tomorrow morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Bob, and thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow.